Is that a pumpkin pie in your pants?
Yes, hello, Monty Cook Games. Glad you could join us.
Hello, Monty Cook Games. Welcome to Games Night, a Numenera adventure, bi-weekly on Thursday evenings.
Well, attempting to be bi-weekly, we had some struggling with scheduling.
Well, we had some struggles with sleeping, is what happened.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm awake this week, so...
That's good.
Yeah, I'm getting all my peripherals ready, my notebook, my pens, my mouse, if I can find it.
Try the cage.
I got it. It was kind of in a cage, actually. It was in this, like, weird mesh pocket of my book bag, which kind of looks like a little net.
Got it.
Mouse acquired. Notebook and pen acquired.
You should have some kind of tone or, like, short little musical interlude every time you find something integral to playing. little rewards to yourself.
What was I gonna say?
That's why I have the Serenscape soundboard.
Uh-huh.
Use that for the stream all the time for all those little mini victory things.
I need to get on roll 20 is what I need to do.
Yeah, we're still waiting on Nixus 2, though, so...
Did he have an ETA, or...?
He made it sound like it wouldn't be long. He was like maybe 5 minutes from home, and he was eating dessert or something.
Got it. Oh, he was having dinner, right, I think?
Yeah.
He's having dinner.
Alright. Got roll 20 open, pull up my sheet. Show where's a tab, please. Thank you, Chrome. You're so courteous. Boy, howdy. I'm pressing all the wrong buttons.
Oh, and Albatross, if you have any, if you have 4 XP or more, you want to get an advance, you can do so now.
Do I? I don't even know.
I don't know either.
I have 3. I have 3.
I had 4, yeah.
I like using my my XP for the story stuff, narrative bonuses, 3 XP. I don't know how you handle those though, Beyond. So how do you handle the 3 EXP expenditure? Do you go strictly by the book, or what do you do?
I'm open to ideas. You know, I haven't run any long-term games yet, so.
I mean, what I like to do with 3 XP, I mean, aside from the stuff that's in the book, for more of I feel like it encourages people to spend it more because people understand the term. I like to give people major effects for spending 3 XP, so instead of like whatever it says in the book, which is essentially a very big major effect, I just say, hey, it's a major effect, and all people are like, oh shit, a major effect, I'll do that. Like, but again, I don't know. That's up to you and how you want to run things.
Yeah, I mean, I'm open to that. If people want to spend their XP on that.
I feel like it always encouraged people to spend more instead of hoarding. Again, I don't know how people are spending XP in this game.
Yeah, everyone seems to be happy to spend it on rerolls and stuff, so I'm not too worried about hoarding XP. And presumably, you know, you want to hoard a little so you can advance some, you know.
I still need one more EXP to advance.
Okay. Everybody got their 2 XP for last session, and I think Rigo got the MVP for the last session, correct?
I believe,
Yeah, that's
yes.
what brought me over the top. That's what got me to fulfill my paths as a doctor.
Yeah, Albie got it the first session for the coffee and the pacifism, but still peaceful. And
when you gave out XP last week or last game, did you give it out at the end of the game, or did you give it out during, like, in the week after? I can't remember whether I'd added it before or not.
Yeah, I'm not really sure.
Review the tapes. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I actually don't know.
We
myself.
have record.
I don't recall actually talking about it specifically.
Oh boy, drinking coffee with a cheeseburger was not a good idea. But it's what I had. Pardon me, I'm a little bit sick too.
Yeah. I think I remember the session was running late, and so we kind of just ended.
Yeah. Okay.
And I know we passed out the MVP XP, but no, I guess maybe we didn't actually ever go over session XP.
I
Yeah,
don't know if we got
I
any
was-
in the first one.
Say that again.
I'm not
I'm just-
sure that we got any in the first. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, because I keep. Yeah.
No, I'm just trying to work out whether I have already added it from the last game or not, because I did have 3, and now if I haven't added it, I've got 5, and I'm wondering. I feel like that's too much.
Well, it would definitely be. I don't know. It would be 2 XP though, because the first session you guys got the second XP for achieving the goal of getting to the top of the tower.
Yeah.
But no, I don't think I handed out XP to be honest. So
Okay, so on October 2nd, we got 2 XP for last session, 1 for attendance, 1 for achieving a story milestone. That is on the second, which one would have been the first
Yeah.
game. And the second one we got was also another 2, so you would
Yeah,
have
it was
had
another 2.
4 total, at least. And then as well as if, anyone got to give out XP. So you should, I think, unless you used it, you should have around the same as everybody else.
Yeah, for whatever reason, my sheet's only showing 2 XP. I don't remember spending any.
Or for rerolls and such.
Maybe I did it once. I don't know. I usually don't.
Yeah.
I usually just roll with it, but I don't know.
Then I would say that you haven't added yours in then from
yeah,
last
probably not.
session.
I will be right back. I'm going away from Mike.
Okay.
Got it, buddy.
It's been so long, I can't remember.
I know that's what I'm struggling with as well, and I've got so much stuff going on in my head with my writing. So
So if we
All
were
right,
supposed to have gotten 2 from the last one, then I should have 4, and then I have to think about upgrading.
yeah, I'm thinking about upgrading. I'm thinking about taking hedge magic.
That's a fun ability.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
All the landscaping you'll be able to do, it's going to be awesome. I mean, we are in a space station, but hey, sometimes they have little bits of greenery just to, mix it up.
And it also adds.
Jabba
into
also
her-
got an extra XP for excellent memory. On
Sorry?
October 25th. You got an extra XP for excellent memory because you told Beyond where we needed to repair. You
Oh,
put
yes,
security
I
food
had
research
to-
memories, you got an extra XP.
Yes, I was asking about what were the other sections that needed repair in the station, and
Oh yeah.
you had them, so I give you a bonus XP for that.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that you'd.
Yes. I remember that.
But
Thank
all
you.
this working as group secretary right now. Actually, I'm like an archivist. I'm going through all the old stuff.
Yeah, I have a notebook here, but I don't. But I only add to it in game. I don't add to it like outside of the game.
Makes sense to me. I just keep track of XP because I'm obsessed with advancement.
Fair enough. Ixis is logging in shortly.
He's turning
Oh,
on his
boy.
computer.
Yeah.
Damn, I was gonna say something. I forget.
So I'm taking 4 off, and adding hedge magic.
Cool.
Sweet.
Yeah, that and like prestidigitation in D&D, I find are so
Yeah.
versatile and useful. It's silly not to take them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
They're fun too. They're like the kind of magic that it's nice to get to use it a lot because it makes you feel more magic-y.
Right.
and it kind of fits in with her kind of character because she's a little bit of a trickster, but not a huge amount, but just a little bit.
Mhm.
Oh yeah. So she's not like stealing bunny masks and getting mowed down.
No. That was epic. That game. That was so good.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Well, it looks like Bard and I are back to we need to find another game now.
Yeah, we do.
I understand.
You'll just have to run one, Brendan.
Oh God, I don't think I'd be that good at it.
I
Not
think
yet.
you would.
Well, see, that's the difference between other people encouraging me and me having nagging self-doubt. I have that struggle.
Yes.
So you just have to keep on being encouraging, and you have to beat out my constant voice telling me I can't do it. That sounds like a lot of work, so I would just give up if I were you.
Challenge accepted.
You know what? If I get really, what's the word? I can't remember. Anyways, I got Invisible Sun that's supposed to be coming in. If nobody else is gonna run an Invisible Sun right away, I'll try and dive in as soon as possible.
Cool.
I feel like I don't have a complete understanding of what
probably be the-
exactly Invisible Sun is.
Yeah, I think you're probably right in feeling that way. I do too. I don't know. It feels like very surrealist magic, and I think it seems as if there's a bit more mechanic to it than a lot of the other Cypher system. At least because of all the other stuff they're shipping off with it, right?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I couldn't even try to explain what the game is. And isn't there like a more of a computer or online part to it or something?
Yeah,
Maybe
there's
I
supposed to be an
misread.
app. Yeah, I believe there's supposed to be some sort of app for it as well.
Right.
You know what? I want somebody who bought that thing where they get the guided adventures. I want them so bad to document it in some way because I would really love to see what the those guided adventures look like, because that sounds so uncommon to me that I'm extremely intrigued by it.
To me, it seems like it's just Monty Cook writing stuff down for people.
Yeah, which I think is really cool.
Be interesting to see what kind of stuff he'd run.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
So we got everybody now, it looks like.
Did Albatross walk away, I think?
No, I
Yeah,
quit.
Oh, you
I installed. I'm not even here. I don't know who you're hearing right now. No, yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Mita, are we still live or?
Who? What?
Okay. Then we'll go ahead and start. So we left off with everyone down in the what do you call it? The little controlling chamber for Hida, with the throne with the spike that got shoved into Rigo's head.
Oh, jeez.
What Tavan?
No,
Wasn't
it's
my
Tavan's head.
I have the Grand Canyon in my skull.
Yes.
No, he's being destroyed by machines. I'm destroying machines. That's the difference.
Gotcha. Okay, I'm sorry. So then, okay. So wait, so was it Tavon that got the bonus XP then? Or was it Rigo?
I got the bonus XP, yep.
Oh, okay. I was getting confused. And so it was determined that there were a number of systems that need work. Primarily the language centers and the life support
Yes, sir.
were I think the ones that were the most important. Language so you can control things a little better, and life support for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
And then I think we were going to do the food after that so we could actually get something to eat.
Correct.
Yeah,
That's right. And then there were things like the security system and the research things and
And
memories. Yeah. Okay. So Oh, and then you guys had the incident of trying to find a seat for Tavon, and found that your fight with the giant robot snake thing had been completely cleaned up and all signs of it removed.
Yeah.
And it destroyed that console on the way out too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was,
Which was, I mean, I think it was a little bit over the top, but whatever. I mean, I'm not the space station, so can't say.
Right.
that poor
Okay.
panel did nothing to no one.
I mean, nothing bad. It helped people out probably a lot.
Right. So, what do you guys do?
I'm still jacked into the machine. Yes, sir.
No, I think we pulled you out. Now you've got a little port in the back of your head.
So what is the
Java-
exact current situation? Because I'm all over the place right now.
Java wants to know, because she's had a bit of a think, seeing the port in the back of Tavon's head, and she remembers that Hilda had turned around and showed the port at the back of his head. Why does he have one if he's a hologram?
It's more of a to show that it's it's a standard feature. Rigo would have to
Not me.
Tavon.
no, Rigo's the one who had
The
ear
language.
thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I've got
they-
the ear. Yeah, I've got the earbud.
Yeah, Rigo's the one who has to talk to Hida.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Rigo
I could ask.
I feel a little bit of a draft in my skull. This is a strange feeling.
Maybe
mean,
we
yeah,
can
we were-
find a piece of fabric that you can use as a scarf.
There's not a real hole in his head, though, right?
No, actually, if you guys have pulled him off the throne, yeah, it's pretty much a hole in his head, and there's a bit of a piece of machinery kind of in there. But
Does it look like a big wound? Like, does it look
Yeah,
like
but it's not
it
like
was
a
sealed or yeah.
Yeah, like if the wind hits it the right way, it's not going to whistle, is it?
well, no, it's. I mean, it is open, but it's not open to his brain.
Okay.
It's kind of like a machinery indent.
Okay. Then
Now- Wind. I mean, theoretically, I wouldn't try to pouring anything in there. I doubt it's airtight or watertight.
Oh, jeez. No more swimming or showers.
Well, or if you had to get into a lake or something, it might be a concern.
Does the hole need to be like, not the hole? I guess the wound, does it need to be treated in any way? Like, do we need to like bandage it, or I don't know how bad it is, or did they just install something in the back of his head?
Basically, it's installed something in the back of the head, but it was installed very roughly. Now that he has unplugged, so to speak, that one point of damage will be able to be repaired, be healed naturally.
Hmm.
It's not. There was a little bit of blood initially, but I believe somebody mopped that up at the time. I don't remember who it was, and seems okay for the most part. But yeah, if you wanted to throw a scarf around it or something, you'd have to do it like forehead to the back of the head because of where it's placed. It's not, on the neck. It's on the back of the skull.
like
it
the
would-
base of his skull, so it would just cover like his mouth and his nose if it was a straight wraparound.
Or you could do it like up over the ears and over the forehead.
Yeah.
That
Well, I
would-
could try and scarf it up. I've got medicine now, so I could try and do some sort of like makeshift gauze type situation.
Yeah, it doesn't really need a bandage.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm just gonna leave it, and we'll see what happens to you. Experimentation is.
I'll be walking a
is-
little jerky for a bit.
So guys, what do we need to repair the language center of Hida? We need to get that done first, I think. Although that earwig is not going to last forever.
Yeah.
Nope, sure isn't. Well, let's try and find that one first. I guess I can ask Hida to help us navigate towards the language centers.
And we
Yeah,
did find like a map, right?
Yes,
we did.
and Roaming Bard with her navigation skills for the day, or her cartography skills for the day. Because we're actually still on the same day.
Yeah. Even though it was 3
Are
weeks
still
ago.
a little wear and tear from the day.
Yeah, I think she also got a pretty rad roll on that too, if I remember correctly. So
Yeah.
it's
So
beautiful.
she made a copy, and Hida can pop a little ping to show you where you need to go, so she can add it to the map.
Yeah. All right. So
Hi,
language
hi,
center
hi.
first, so we can all talk to him.
Yeah, it sounds
Agreed.
like
So as you guys get ready to start heading back upstairs, you notice Ixis has now stood up from the corner where he had been kind of huddled and freaked out from the machine shadow, and kind of seems to be dusting himself off and is okay again.
welcome back, dude. Where'd you go?
My boy just had a bit of a rough patch, isn't that right?
Is he here?
I don't know. We seem to have lost him.
Can you not hear me?
Oh, now we can.
I can now. Yep.
I just did a whole voice thing.
Oh no!
Quickly, Ixis, to explain. Last session, after you had to leave, we had perception rolls and discovered this giant snake thing that was following you guys around, and the shadow that kind of freaked you out. You were okay for the fight because you kind of kicked into automatic fight or flight, and the fight took over. But afterwards, the whole eerie silence of the station and the shadows and the darkness and everything kind of had you hanging on to Rigo, I think.
Yeah.
And then proceeded to kind of just sit in the corner of the little control room we found.
Yes, I've been meditating this entire time, going into my inner self to find reserves of strength.
Good to have you back.
Thank you.
I pat you on the back. And then I stand behind you because I know you're like the tank. I was like, and now lead the way.
Very well. I'll take point then.
Yeah, you'll have to walk with Java because Java needs to. She knows the way.
Sounds good.
Yep.
Alright.
So
I'm
off
standing
we
behind
go.
both of you guys. Huddled, like looking over your shoulders whenever I feel like looking around.
Can you ride on my shoulders?
I don't know exactly how huge of a guy you are. I'm not a huge guy
I don't
myself,
think
but
I don't think the size differences between the two of you is quite that much. It's like having a young teen at the very least.
yeah.
You can do it for a minute, but maybe not walking around all the time.
Okay.
Like a piggyback ride.
Yeah, Ixis is big and Albie's a little small, but it's not that much of a difference.
I'll get
Oh,
my
well.
piggyback right later. Don't worry.
Okay.
I whisper in Ixis's ear. I'll get that piggyback later. Don't worry.
How tall are you, Albie?
Let's say I'm 5'6".
Okay, because I think that I'm just looking. I think I made her like 5'4" or something.
No, well, it's
So
even smaller. And Ixis is like 6'10" or something, right?
Yeah. Yeah, 6'10". He's
Oh,
pretty
that's
big.
easy. You could just carry one in each arm. Albie and Java in the other.
Sounds good.
Tavon
Like I
is a
said, it's like, normal adult to, teen.
Yeah.
Teen.
But yeah. So I guess we make our way over to the language center part of the place.
Yep.
Tavan is gonna walk in the middle of the group, and he's got Podo on his shoulders. He's just kind of holding the back of his head, slightly bemused and concerned about this new hole, and Podo is curious about it as well. He's like partially trying to keep Podo from poking at it too much.
Yeah, that's. I'm staying close to Tavan and monitoring him and just saying reassuring things and making conversation in a very casual, you don't have a hole in your head kind of way.
We say it exactly like that.
I think I do indeed feel quite a hole, though. This is not what I envisioned when I woke up this morning.
I don't think any of us envisioned that happening.
It was a life experience. I don't know if I recommend it.
Java's just going to make a note not to sit on any chairs.
So, how far are we traveling? Is it going to be quite the distance?
It's not too far. It's maybe 200 feet. It's fairly close. There's you do note that one of the HIDA consoles is probably only 20 feet away from the location. So as you guys head that way, not much happens. You know, it's still quiet and dark and a little overbearingly creepy, but you guys are actually starting to get used to that a little bit. As you guys are approaching it, you see the HIDA console and you see where you think the structure is that you're heading to. Everyone give me a might roll.
Okay.
Would it be like a defense roll or just a straight might?
Nope, just a straight might roll.
Alright.
No skill. I know nobody has a skill that would be appropriate.
Alright, so let me just roll that up then. Did it roll?
Whatever it was, I'm pretty
Sweet.
sure I failed.
What did I roll? 14, awesome. Hey, 2 17s and an 18. Oh, we got a 5.
Yeah. Alright, so, you're all feeling a little tired, but, Java, you in particular are yawning your head off and you can't seem to stop yourself. You're...
Do we feel like something that maybe try to affect us, or like, do we know that, like, what's happening, or like, well, what just happened?
Well, I mean, it's been a long day. There's been a lot going on. But you would say you do feel a little more tired than you would think you would be.
I look at everyone and say, guys, I think I need to stop and make some coffee.
I could use a brew.
Definitely.
Especially if you have something a little alcoholic to put in it to go with the hole in the head.
Well, the alcohol maybe we'll just apply directly to the wound instead of orally.
Java will forego the alcohol because she needs the caffeine. She's feeling a bit sleepy and not being able to focus real well.
Did anything noticeable happen to Java, or like visibly noticeable, or?
No, you guys all just, you're feeling very tired and like you can't, like your muscles are tired even.
Alright, so I say to everyone, you guys go ahead and get started on fixing the language program or machine, and I'll be sitting here brewing some coffee, and I'll get to doing that while they, go do their thing.
Okay. So the structure, again, it's another little hut kind of thing. Maybe not hut. Hut sounds primitive.
Kiosk?
Shed? Again, it's like the last one, where it's this little building that doesn't seem to do much to itself, and there's a door, And once you open the door, it's another set of staircase going down.
Oh, okay. Kind of like an
It's
access.
the enclosed top of a staircase, more or less.
Oh,
Is there any lights in there?
Nope, no lights still. You still have a power issue. You were able to get the heated consoles back up, but that's your only major sign of power.
Who's the one that needs to go down there and do the work?
Well, I would definitely say that you probably want to send Rigo and Tavon, because there might be another chair, and Rigo has the communications earwig thing.
Yep. I'll let Poto
Sorry,
go down.
I have a sorry.
Go ahead, Java.
I have a cat's eye cipher which enables someone to see in the dark for 8 hours, and if one of the guys will need that, I will pass it over to them to use it.
that would be useful. I also have a torch I haven't used yet.
Yeah, I think some people still had torches.
So we could try and do the torch for now, and then if it turns out we don't have enough light...
I think you lit a torch for the last one, and but you guys had to sit around and wait for Hida to do all of his scans, so those would have burned out by now. That was several hours of sitting around.
Yeah, so I could use my one, and we'll see if that's enough. Maybe?
I think we still got some glow globes from the Explorers packs.
I think you guys used up most of those things. I think you might have a couple of torches left. You guys had all
Way
that
up to the
trekking
elevator.
up the stairs originally.
Yeah, I think we used them all. So if one of you wants the cat's eye, I'll pass it over.
Well, I'll hang on to it. And if I don't need it, I'll give it back to you.
Okay. Well, it's in the. Do you want to add it to your sheet or?
I've got it in the chat here. I'll just.
Yeah.
Well, if I need to use it, I'll just use it, and then it'll be used. And if not, then it'll still be in inventory.
Rigo,
Okay.
how many ciphers do you have of your own at the moment?
I have 2, and neither of them are useful for this situation.
Okay, but you're one of the ones that has the 3 slots, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you're okay.
I mean,
So I'm
is
going
it-
to take it off mine.
Just making sure you didn't need to hand her off something else, so you didn't
Yeah, no, fair enough.
have a dangerous combination.
Yeah. No, I'm very careful. Well, the only other Numenera game that we played, the guy kept picking up more ciphers,
Oh, jeez.
and purposely not doing it just to see what could happen to the whole group. He made me
Nice.
swing. Yeah, well, yeah, nothing too bad happened to us, but you know.
That's funny. though.
Anyway, yeah, I know. Well, he was a real card. Needless to say, I don't play with that group anymore. Yeah. So if we're ready to head down there, I'll light this torch and we can start heading to Vaughn and.
Java's going to stay behind, and she'll keep Albie company.
Okay, Ixis, are you staying or are you going down?
Oh, he's gonna go down.
Okay.
That's my boy right there.
Okay, so the 3 of you head down. Albie, as you set up to start making the coffee, you're having trouble getting your heat to light, your fire.
Oh god
boy.
damn it.
I say, I say to Java, I say, man, I can't get the torch to light. I'm trying to get my little stove going. I guess I have a little makeshift little stove I carry around, and I can't get the what do you call it, the what is it, the pilot light going. It's not working.
Oh, actually, Rigo, when you went to go light your torch, you can't seem to get it to light either.
Okay.
Do we feel a draft?
Can we tell why it's like, or can I do like a perception roll or something to see why it's not
Yeah.
lighting?
Sure. Anybody wants to make an intellect roll can...
Okay.
Alright, I'm trained in perception,
5.
and I want to use effort.
Not really a perception thing.
Alright, but either way, I still need an effort.
Oh fuck! I'm rolling so bad today.
Java, you're about ready to pass out. You're like, that's not good. Yeah, Albie doesn't have a clue either. Tavon,
Oh, damn.
as you see them try to light their respective fires, you're noticing Java yawning even more, and it starts to occur to you that a good reason that would affect both of those would be a lack of oxygen.
Oh, that's not good.
But me and Java don't know that, right? It's just...
No, right now Tavon is the only one who knows that.
Alright, so I say to Java, I say, man, I'm just gonna keep trying to get this thing going, man. We really need that coffee. and I keep fiddling with the pilot light or what have you.
I
Java's
sniff
gonna look around
a
for
little.
somewhere to sit down.
I sniff the air a little bit. Does it seem stale?
Oh yeah, definitely.
I think there might be something wrong with the air here.
Well, then I'd say we're trying to fix the wrong thing first. That's all I have to say about that. I'm a little brain dead because I don't have enough oxygen. Like, are we, just out of character, are we aware that life support would have anything to do with the amount of oxygen in an area? Because it seems like that's kind of outside of our technological scope a little bit.
I definitely
Because life
would.
support, yeah, I mean, we know what life support is, but would our characters necessarily know?
True. How about the two of you who are trained in Numenera give me a roll for that? See if that is something you would know.
I got a 16.
Okay. Yeah, Rio, it occurs to you that this life support, maybe you've had some underwater adventures, and so you realize that the air supply might be affected by life support.
Okay, so I let the boys I'm with know. I say,
Well, you're with everyone because you
well,
never
I guess
actually went down
technically.
because you couldn't light your torch.
Oh, we didn't go down yet. Fair
No,
enough.
you started to go down. And I forgot that the torch lighting would have been an issue too.
Right. Okay. So I let everyone know. Well, it seems as if language is important because we only have till the end of the day, but it seems like we don't have much longer until we run out of air. So life support probably should be our first priority now. And meanwhile, everyone try and not fall asleep.
Are you agreed? How far away is the life support? We should
So
get
we have to go
there.
talk to Hida.
And Hida. Well, yeah, we've got the console like 20 feet away from the door, right? So I can go over and ask.
Right.
Hida, how quickly can we get to life support from our current location?
It is on the opposite end of the whole city. You guys actually in fact,
perfect.
headed away from it to get to language.
Excellent.
Perfect. Also, another question: is there any way that we can speed up moving from one area to another? Hida?
He stops. He thinks. Does a little head tilt. Run faster.
Not helpful. We don't have enough air. If we die, you're going to be alone for like decades again.
Or like a teleporter.
Yeah, I don't have one of those.
You think maybe you didn't phrase the question.
Is there any kind of transportation system in this area that would assist us in getting to the other area?
There are the external pods, the shuttle pods.
Oh, okay. Now, where would the closest one of those be?
Not too far away, maybe 100 or so feet.
Oh, 100. That's way better. I let everyone else know what he'd told me, and I say, it looks like our best bet to not dying is going into one of these pods.
I recommend that then.
We don't have to vote. You guys want to do a vote, or?
Did me and Java hear that? Because we were kind of off to the side.
Yeah, I'm talking to everybody.
I assumed that you guys are all more or less together.
All right, so then I put my stuff away and I say, "Okay, guys, let's get out of here. I definitely need oxygen to make coffee."
Plus, there's an extreme lack of other sound in the place, so it's very easy to hear each other.
Yeah. All right, so I guess follow your lead.
Is there an echo? Is there an echo in the station when we're walking around right now?
A slight one, but there's a lot of buildings and stuff, so there's not a... Normally you need a big open area to get a good echo going, like a canyon or something. There's too much other stuff going on.
Okay.
Too many other structures, that the sound gets broken up.
Okay, I see. All right. Well, I'm gonna start heading in the direction of the pod. Toot sweet.
Okay. So you guys get over there without any trouble, and there is a bank of these little shuttle pods.
Can we all
How
fit
many
in one?
people can fit in a
And
pod?
there you go.
Good question.
You guys see that?
Yeah.
I see it.
All right, there you go.
How many people can fit in one?
Up to 8. So you guys can all fit in there fine. And actually, this area has taken a little bit of damage from the outside. So you think you might have to do a little bit of work to get one that is operating. But the thing is,
just kind of assessing which one would be the best to use.
yeah. And these things are not internal vehicles. They are for leaving the city.
Can we
When we
reconfigure
look
them?
when we look out towards out into like outside of the city beyond the dome, can we see anything out there other than just stars?
Okay, as you're looking around, excuse me. Now that you guys are near the edge, you guys are at the edge of the city, you actually have more light here because the light from down below where the sun has rotated, or you guys have rotated compared to the sun, technically. So you can see the sun. You can see off in the distance the moon. But other than that, pretty much just stars. But as you guys are kind of looking over the pods and trying to find one that you think you can make work, looks in the best condition, you see a sort of a shadow starts to come over the sun. You can't see what exactly it is you're looking at because you've got the sun between you, or the sun on the other. It's between you and the sun, I should say. But there is some sort of shape out there.
What can we tell what shape it is, whether it's round or square or?
Maybe kind of teardrop shaped. Got a big roundish, ovalish end, and kind of tapers off.
Well, this
And we
seems
all
dangerous.
notice this.
Yeah, you guys can all see it.
I mean, this seems dangerous to me, casual observer, but no more dangerous than dying of lack of oxygen, which we are most assuredly going to do before we get to life support, given our other options.
Yeah, I'm helping to look to try to find a working pod.
Okay. If somebody wants to make a Numenera roll, and somebody else wants to offer assistance, it's Rigo and Tavon with the skills.
Yeah, I'll put in a thing of effort.
You're gonna take the
Yeah.
primary then?
And I'll
Yeah,
assist
I'll
it.
do. Yeah, so I'll do. Let's see. Roll effort 1, and I got a beats a difficulty 5.
Actually, that's a difficulty 6, 7 for the effort, and then another one for
The assistants.
The assistants. So
Oh, is it
Yeah.
difficulty 8.
after the fact?
5, 6, 7.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, because your roll alone beat the 5. So yeah, well,
Right.
you definitely.
Oh, so that's right at the very top. Okay, just trying to pronounce.
Yeah, it shows you what the roll beat, and then it shows you the other ones. Yeah,
Okay.
I feel like it's an odd way to display it, but
Yeah, it's supposed to be worked in. So like, if you had the difficulty built in, the asset, and then like the effort, and then did Numenera, it's supposed to look like this. So it would flag success, and then show you all the different steps that you took to get there. And I wasted a 19 on that, but whatever.
yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I can't believe you wasted it.
Oh, if I
I'm
put
a
the
waster.
difficulty in, yeah.
That's unfortunate. All right, so yeah, you get one, and you feel confident it is in perfect working order.
This is the one, ladies and gentlemen. One at a time, please. Find your seats.
As soon as the
And
door opens, I
sit
run
there.
in first.
There is a single driver's seat, and 2 rows on either side of 3 extra seats. So it's really only 7 seats, but you were kind of estimating from the outside.
Yeah.
I
Does-
sit in the far back and put the seatbelt on immediately.
Does it look? Though the 2 things. Does it look like you need a data jack to fly the pilot seat? And
No, it is a very normal looking seat, and there is no giant throne thing for you to plug into.
And I'm curious to what Java is doing, since she said she wasn't going to sit down on any chairs.
she just got back, so
She just got back. There are regular chairs in the shuttle, and Timon wants to know if we will sit in them.
Yeah, the 3 seats on either side of the back portion look very similar to the ones in the speed elevator that you guys were in.
Okay.
I already sat down.
I was going to
Look
wait
up.
until everybody else sits down and then she'll sit down.
Yeah, and they look like they could fold up out of the way and make like a room for cargo or something if you needed.
Who wants the responsibility of driving? Seems kind of like a
Speed.
scary. What seems kind of like a scary amount of responsibility over the lives of everyone else in the crew. Who feels willing to try it?
Die in a spacecraft or die here.
Tavon will
Oh
sit
no!
down.
I just want to know who wants to try and drive. We're gonna try it. I just want to
Yeah.
make sure. Does anyone that nobody feels comfortable putting their lives in the hands of?
I'm already in the back seat buckled up, so
I can always count on you, Al. you're always there behind someone.
Tavon just kind of shrugs, like, I've already got a hole in my head. What's one more risk? And sits down in the pilot's seat.
Okay.
Everybody else is fine with the guy with the hole in his head driving.
Yep.
you can hear
makes it
Al.
more
You know what,
aerodynamic.
Tavon? I trust you. I trust you. And I'll go and I'll sit down somewhere and buckle in.
I could always
Yeah, I'll
let
sit down.
Poto drive.
See, I'm starting to trust you less now, though, when you say things like that.
Speaking of which, what does Poto do when you guys are getting into this thing?
Scampering around on the roof, the ceiling or whatever. He's got those multi-jointed limbs and claws.
Okay, on the
he's
inside,
geckoing.
yes.
Yeah, he's geckoing.
Gotcha. I was picturing outside on top of it. Where's the
Like-
roof?
This is the way you're supposed to do it.
Okay.
Alright.
Go ahead and make a Numenera roll. We'll say it's only a difficulty 4.
Okay. Can I assist him by sitting semi-close and trying to help him figure out which buttons to press?
Not really. The way the seats are set up, you're not. If you want to be strapped in, you're not close enough to be of any help.
I will use some effort.
I don't want to not be strapped in, so good luck, bud.
Here we go.
Your skill will bring it down to a 3, obviously.
Hold on to your seats.
You see Albie grab onto his seatbelts tightly.
There you go. Just barely enough.
Yeah.
So it's a little rough riding, but you managed to get the door to the pod bay open before you go through the opening.
That's always
Yeah.
That effort in the train made the target number 6. Hit it with the 10.
So you get it moving, and you get yourself free of the station, the city. Now and then, once you're out there, there's not a whole lot that can go wrong because there's nothing for you to hit into. You got free open space.
That's a lot of sky. So where are we headed?
Opposite side of the station. I would assume there'd be a dock similar to this. Java's got the map.
Yeah, so now that you're outside, you can get a better look and get the real, the whole domed city and everything from the outside.
How bumpy is the ride? Like, is it smooth? Like, are we navigating well?
It's fairly smooth. There's not a lot. I mean, there's no turbulence for you to hit or anything, and
Or you still see Albie just terrified, grasping his seatbelt. I'm just curious.
I offer Albie something
Yeah.
for the nerves.
What are you offering me?
Well, I mean, it's a designer cocktail, so I can't really get into the specifics.
I take some. I toss
is
them.
it a drink? Is it a pill? Is it a salve?
I'm assuming it's a pill.
It is. It is. Well, actually, this is something that you huff.
Huff.
So I just pop you just pop a cork and you waft it towards your nose and you smell. Don't directly snort it, or you might. That'll be too powerful.
Too much.
So, what is it? What does it smell like?
What does it smell like? It has. It's kind of has a smell of camphor, and then this kind of like, you know when you smell something that kind of makes it feel like your nostril hairs are burning, but they're not. That's what it's.
Albie's like peeking out the corner of his eye, like looking at the like little vial that he's holding, and he reluctantly says, "Okay, fine. Let me sniff it. Let me get a waft."
So it clears his sinuses.
stressed. Yeah. Oh, whew! Oh boy, you hear Albie? He loosens up a little bit. Oh, thank you. Yeah.
You should be better now that you're a little tuned up.
Whew.
Glad to have helped.
Thank you. I can always count on you.
Okay, so as you're flying over, flying around to the other side, you notice something near the top of the dome. Something on the dome itself. Do you want to fly a little closer to get a better look at it?
Sure.
Yeah, man.
I'm assuming we're kind of heading in that direction anyway. So yeah, we'll do a little flyby.
Okay. So you were kind of just going around. So you veer to go up and over a little, and you see there is a definite damage to the dome itself, a sort of crack, and you can see air particles basically whooshing out of the crack. Obviously you can't see air, but you see the little bits of debris and stuff moving out, signifying the air leaving the dome.
That seems
Well,
like
not
a bigger
necessarily.
problem than what we thought there was.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it might not be fixable.
No. I wonder if they've got any suits that have those oxygen things on them, like they do that they have on the ships when they go under the water.
I don't know.
I wonder
you
if
mean in
there's
the
any
shuttle?
of those. Sorry?
You mean in the shuttle?
No.
Sorry, I had
in
to see-
the
I don't remember that.
in the city, in any of the buildings, if they have any of those space suits.
I mean, they might. Is there any way that we can communicate with Hida in the shuttle, or is he not connected to me?
No, there does not appear to be any sort of display thing for Hida here in the shuttle.
So I guess our options are that we can still go to life support and attempt a fix, not knowing whether it'll actually help out with that big crack or not. Meanwhile, in life support there may also be suits, or we can try and pilot the shuttle somewhere safer than the station, which at this point seems like maybe back down to the surface.
Yeah, do we see any sign of that teardrop shaped shadow thingy that we noticed before?
You don't see it from where you're at, but you could head to that would be, it was down kind of below the angle you guys are at, and you guys have gone up and above the city. But you could head back in that direction and head towards it.
And,
You don't
and
think it was too far out.
And since we were on the thought patterns of oxygen, how is there like a readout? Can we tell how long we have breathable air in the pod?
You don't see anything like a readout, but you guys definitely feel a lot better than you were before. The oxygen here is a lot better. You suspect that there's probably some form of air scrubber or something.
Yeah.
Something, or I guess that's probably not something your characters would know. So you yeah, the best I can say is that it feels a lot better here than it did in the city.
Oh yeah, I'll take a detour. As long as everyone else agrees, we'll go try to see what that other shape was.
You're the pilot, Pilot.
Do that.
I will say this: you do see something that you think is the fuel supply, and the little bit you've done so far has taken like negligible amount off of it. So you would think that the air supply, fuel supply would be some kind of correlation there. It'd be silly to have a ship that can travel farther than you'd be able to survive in.
Yeah.
Hey, so, yep, seems we are in the green still, so let's go and see what this other object was. Might be something that could be useful.
Alright, so you guys heading off in that direction.
Yep.
And as you get closer, you see that it's kind of doing a little bit of a spiral thing. It doesn't look like a normal path, vehicle path. It looks like it's kind of just adrift, I guess, doing a bit of a spiral as it goes. You guys get maybe, 200, 300 feet from it, and you guys see it appears to be some form of a ship. It looks almost organic to you, and more so, it looks hurt. It looks like it's wounded. And that's kind of part of what gives it the organic look, is because this isn't a structural damage kind of issue. It looks like a wound.
Can we
Oh,
see
you got
where
it.
the wound is on the ship?
It's on the is dorsal back? Dorsal's back, right?
Dorsal's
I wanna
the
say
upper,
yes.
on its back, like where the
Yeah.
dolphin fin
It's like
is,
the dorsal side of the ship, at the top of the
Oh,
ship.
yeah.
or is it at the side? I can't remember.
No, it's the
It-
I have
It's on
no
the back.
idea.
Either top or
It's on
bottom.
the
I can't. Yeah, I think it's
It's the upper ring.
so. It's what you would think of as the dorsal side of the ship, the smooth part on top.
Wow. Can we
Well,
get closer without the shuttle getting damaged if it's spinning?
Well, okay, so if you guys pull a little closer, you guys can see that there does appear to be some kind of a docking port on the bottom. But it will definitely require a little bit of piloting finesse to connect with it mid-spiral.
Devon, you can do it.
Okay.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna unbuckle and I'm gonna go over there and I'm gonna try and help him. I know that I'm not buckled in, but I just want to. I want to be of help.
It's not a real big ship. I mean, even if you got hit, you can't go far. You know, there's another wall real close.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, everything I know about physics says that I'm not gonna have any problem at all.
Yeah.
Go for it.
100% safe in here, boys. Let's do this.
All right. Do I know the difficulty, or are we just gonna do a roll?
I would say let's call that a 5.
And do I get the assist?
Yeah, you can get the assist, and you're I don't know that your training in Numenera would help though, because this isn't making the operate. This is more of a actually, in fact, I would call this a speed roll, not an intellect roll, because this is a finesse,
Okay.
aiming kind of thing. You don't have any skills in the
Let's see. The only speed skills I have is running and speed defense.
yeah, so that's not really going to help you. But I will give you the assist from Rigo.
All right. Here we go. Oh yeah.
Okay. Well,
Nice.
And I don't spend my effort
Yeah,
points.
Your effort points back. That's
Awesome.
always nice.
well, I guess someone's happy that he got some help from me.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, it feels more like a no, wait, go right there. It's like shut up, I'm doing it.
Hey, teamwork makes the dream work. All right, guys.
It's true.
Yeah, so you managed to hit it right, and from when you figured out how to open the ship and everything and close it, you knew the right button to connect yourself. Kind of the same thing you did to disconnect.
My
So you
leaf
guys
on the wind.
are docked.
Well, see, you thought that would be a little difficult. It was, like being a leaf in the wind.
Yeah, right. I just assume since it's like a giant space whale and you now have a blowhole in the back of your head, you guys have some sort of kinship and it helped you dock. That's our character, by the way.
Yes, we are. We are one with the universe together.
Yeah, except you call it something other than a whale because whales don't exist anymore.
Yeah. That's like the standard, like, Numenera conceit. It's any animal that you say, you're just referring to, like, the
Some
feature.
similar weird-ass animal that has the feature you're talking about.
Yeah, like how Poto's a ferret, but, like, not at all.
Yeah. The non-ferret. So, shall we go and see what new adventures set before us?
Before we do, is there any way that we can tell what the oxygen level is doing outside of the shuttle?
Oh, like decompression or something like that?
No, whether it's leaking oxygen through that wound, or whether it's like in the same way that the city was leaking oxygen through the crack in the dome.
Nothing seemed to be like coming out from the wound, like
Okay.
the crack. But you're also not sure how long ago that was, so whether or not everything's maybe already gone, you're not really sure.
Yes, if we docked, we should have a seal Is there any blinking lights of any sort of color on the door leading
No.
the pod?
No, nothing like what you're looking for. Nothing telling you, don't open this.
Ursh, I'm ready to get going, and I open up the door.
Okay. There's a hiss and a bit of a whoosh, and you're fine.
Java takes a deep breath and relaxes a little bit.
When you take the deep breath, there's something dead in this ship. There's a smell of blood and death.
Ew. Ew.
Albie's covering his nose and mouth. What the hell, guys?
Smells like adventure.
I put on my plague doctor mask.
Right.
Java's pulling her shirt up over her mouth and nose as well. She's just like, ugh.
Well, guys, out of the frying pan and into the corpse. At least we can breathe here.
Yes, I was going to ask if it seemed good air, but yeah, that's.
Yeah, well, it is air. You don't feel like you're having a problem with breathing, other than the smell, the rot, and the stench of death.
All right, so when I unbuckle, I try to get.
Yeah,
like,
you can breathe through retching, right?
Yeah,
What happened?
not pleasant. You can breathe through the smell, but it's just not fun.
Just don't add to the smell by throwing up.
So what do we see in beyond the door as I step into this dead vessel?
There's a bit of a corridor, and it's sort of a rounded corridor with almost like chitinous plate kind of walls. You know, the walls are like a crab shell kind of thing, and it's every so often is another plate. Not one solid piece, but it's overlapping plates.
Any signs of any sort of display? Any sort of
No, in fact, you don't
monitors?
see anything that looks like a machine.
Any maps you are here?
No.
Well,
There is a soft glow, kind of a reddish yellow. Not quite an orange. I don't know how to. I can picture it in my head, but it doesn't quite transfer to words.
Oh, Bard's having issues. She can't hear us.
Yeah.
uh-oh.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Hello? Can you hear us? Oh.
Yeah, I heard a bit.
I'm plugged in, but my it dropped off for a minute. I'm plugged in. It's all. I've got it turned on.
One moment to reload.
I don't know
Are
if
you
she can hear us.
back now? Are you able, or are you kind of still?
Yeah, no, it's all seems to be working fine. It just dropped down to like $1 because my modem is a Wi-Fi modem,
Mm-hmm.
Right.
so I don't have like home internet through the phone line, and it keeps dropping down to $1. So it's generally it works, but if I drop off, that's what the issue
Oh,
is.
okay. So somebody
Okay,
with a metal plate in their head walked past your house.
But yeah, it seems to be fine now.
Okay, good. So yeah, there's a glow. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. In my head, I can picture the yellowish red that's not orange, but
Yellow to red. Oh, you mean like it's kind of
Like
like
a-
between those? Like it's kind of like a gradual, like a gradient between those two. Like it starts at yellow, goes to red, and it just kind of like one to the other, or just like a particular color that's like between yellow and red.
Or is it more an ochre color?
Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, it doesn't really matter. We're going to call it reddish yellow, and it's not orange. I don't know what that looks like in your guys' head, but I know what it looks like in mine.
Sounds good.
Yeah, okay.
So,
Not gonna
Yellow.
too much.
You
I'll set Podo down on the floor, let him do whatever he's going to do, and I'll knock on the wall and say, "Hello, is there anyone here?"
And there actually is an echo in here. The corridor go down for a while, and it splits into a kind of a Y, a fork. And the halls are very, very stark and empty, other than the chitinous shell exterior. Is anybody else hearing me in like an echo?
Yeah, it's coming from Reptile. I was just about to type that out.
Oh,
Okay.
really?
Very, very
Is it
faint.
coming off of my... 1 second.
Are we double miking again somehow?
Maybe. Well, if you guys talk, maybe we'll be able to sort it. I think my internet is just kind of trash, so it looks like I'm getting a pretty good connection now, but it kind of wavers.
Okay.
Is it still echoey?
I don't know. Let me talk. Yep.
1 sec.
Maybe just switch to press to talk.
If it's muted, you guys don't hear anything, eh?
Let me try now. No, I still hear my echo.
That's
Yeah,
weird,
what does
because-
your
yeah, it was
user
muted.
settings have set up for your input and output?
Let me go see.
Or do you have a headset you can put on? I don't know if that's...
I've got a. Actually, I have a headset on right now. That's why I'm kind of confused as to why
Oh.
they're having issues.
Hello.
Maybe the webcam is, or if you have a webcam, is
It could be getting a webcam.
2 audio outputs.
Yeah, it could be that.
All right, well, you go ahead and look at that. We'll continue while you're
Yeah.
trying to sort that out. So yeah, you get an echo down the halls and stuff.
Yeah, I'll press buttons, and then when you guys notice there's no echo, be like, "Hey, there's no echo anymore," and then I'll know. Otherwise, like, I won't be able to know unless you guys tell me, because
Right.
I can't hear an echo at all.
Okay, fair enough. Hey, I don't hear an echo. Whatever you did, you fixed it.
sounds good
Okay,
so far. Yeah.
yeah. Okay, so what do you guys do?
Head towards the glow.
You guys all going? Who's leading the way?
I'm staying in the middle of the group as usual, huddled behind, Ixis most likely because he's the biggest.
I'll be number 2 if someone's else is taking point.
Yeah, Tavan will take point. He's kind of like, I've already been stabbed in the brain. What else?
Okay, so we got Tavan, Rigo, Ixis, Albi, Java.
Yeah, probably.
All right.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, so you guys head down, and Rigo's kind of scurrying around, up and down and stuff.
He's probably doing spirals around the inside of the tunnel.
Right. There is a floor, so it's not a true circle, it's a...
Yeah.
mostly. But it does seem like the shell kind of goes under the floor. Like, the floor doesn't need to be there, or isn't there all the time, maybe? It doesn't, fuse with the floor, connect to the floor, it goes under. So, anyways,
Are things still echoey for you guys?
no, I think we're okay.
We're good.
Okay.
Yeah.
I pressed a bunch of buttons, so
One of them worked.
That's generally what I do, and then I never know what I did to fix it.
but it is fixed. I pulled some cords out. I put cords back in. After that, I pressed some buttons, and if everything's fine, then I'm happy.
Hey, if you need to hear my own voice back to me, I'm happy.
Good. So we're in a corridor, and I'm doing pirouettes. Like I can't leave for a minute, can I?
No.
Poto's doing pirouettes.
Yeah, Poto is doing,
Oh, no, never mind.
doing
Alright.
loops around the circular corridor.
Okay, that's fair.
He likes new environments.
What a sweetheart.
And it's a different surface than he's used to climbing on.
Uh-huh.
And it's a nicer. You can tell that he likes the surface better than the cold steel, metal surface of the city.
He seems quite happy, doesn't he?
Yeah, his natural environment is inside something's stomach, I guess. What are you, some kind of gray animal, Poto?
He's a tapeworm. He's this giant space whale tapeworm. That's what he is.
I guess technically we all are right now.
All right. So, what do we see when we approach the light?
Well, it's not a singular light. It's an overall glow through the whole area. It suffuses the walls almost. So you have a very consistent, soft glow throughout the whole ship, or of what you've seen. So, anyways, so you get to the Thorg, and one you see kind of does this slow, gradual loop up, so it goes higher up into the ship. And the other one leads on, but that way, there's definitely a stronger smell from the one that goes forward rather than up.
I think I want to go up. I'm not too certain if I'm enthused to find out what's causing that smell.
The only reason why I would think we'd chase that smell is so that it could give us an idea of what might happen to us.
Yes. I'd rather be forewarned.
You definitely, the smell is still up the spiral. It's just stronger, or maybe it's closer down here.
I think we need to find out what it is.
Yeah.
I agree.
Well, I've done my leading duties for the day. Who has the biggest gun?
I do.
Yeah, the only thing is you're a little cramped in here. You think you'd have your sword in here.
Oh, I can't take my large gun.
Oh, you have a gun of some sort?
Yeah, I have a heavy crossbow and a great sword.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you could probably use the crossbow just fine.
Yeah, I'll take point.
Sorry, when you said big gun, I assumed you were just talking about the big two-handed sword.
Oh, no.
He's talking about those biceps.
Yeah. These guns.
Those pythons.
That little roll of your R there reminded me of Stranger Things and Dustin. Yeah, look at these pearls. Oh my god, it was so funny. Okay, anyways, okay, so Ixis takes the lead.
And I'm hiding right behind him in the wall.
So Albie's gonna move up in the pack, then. Okay. So you head down that corridor, and you find it leads to a T, but you can see ahead that it has another T up ahead as well, or particularly a T. T would be a stop and then 2 turns. It's basically it's the corridor continues, and you see that it has 2. Oh, we lost Bart again.
Uh-oh.
Got a
Pardon me.
kangaroo stuck in a cell tower somewhere.
Yeah, something. Welcome back. Can you hear us okay?
Have you returned? It does not seem so.
Yeah.
Still traversing the ether.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hey,
Yep.
Yeah.
You hear us fine?
Yeah. It's.
Okay.
I'm over it.
Yeah.
It's alright.
But we'll struggle through.
It's life. Yeah, it's alright. It's life.
Okay, so the corridor basically it's cross sected by 2 more corridors up ahead. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
which direction has the stronger scent? Since we're trying to find the source.
At the first corridor or the first split intersection, or whatever. You think still ahead. When you head up to the second one, off to the left, you think is the smell.
Then to the left.
We go left.
Oh boy.
Okay, it goes down a little bit. It takes a turn, and then comes to a door. The doorway, since you didn't get to see this at the dock because you were already connected, the door is sort of an iris kind of thing, with 3 pieces that kind of spiral together.
Yep.
Is there any way to open it on the outside, or is it just kind of
You don't
shut?
see an obvious button to press or anything.
Can I try to force it open by sort of putting my hands between the iris?
Yeah, go ahead, give me a might roll.
All right. Let's see. Oops.
Well, that's all right. Either one is sufficient. You start to pry it open. About halfway through prying it open, you feel it kind of take over and open automatically.
Most excellent. Can I see inside it, or is it really dark?
It's a little darker, but you guys can still kind of make out a general shape of the room. Your best guess is you would say this is some sort of engine room. There appears to be some not how to explain it. Sorry, my brain's having a moment.
All right.
It's okay. We were in a low oxygen environment for a while there.
And Albie never made us the coffee, so
That's what happened.
I mean, you're seriously. Since the last time we were supposed to play, you're light levels in consciousness above the last time. So
Yeah. Fair enough. So there are these mounds of some sort, almost like little hills inside of here. That they rise up, but they slope down all the way to the floor. And there's a bit of a couple of steps going down to get into the room.
Okay.
See 3 of these sort of mounds that are glowing, and this is more of a strong glow. This is a definite reddish glow that like is throbbing or pulsing.
Does it
So, you
look like something that's supposed to be part of the environment naturally, or is it something added on later?
It's the same kind of construction, or it has the same. It's similar to the ship. It definitely looks like it's part of the ship. It's not a foreign entity.
Does it remind us of like a heartbeat, maybe?
Yeah, you could compare it to that. It definitely seems irregular, and you'd almost say it's fading. And the three aren't in sync to each other.
If only I was a higher tier and had more of my beast stuff, but so yeah,
Jarvan
I mean,
pushes Rigo towards the door and say, "There you go. You're the medicine man. You fix it."
Oh yeah, this should be easy. All biological processes are very similar, and there's no way that a human body would be different from a giant floating ship.
That's really reassuring coming from you, a doctor.
Has healing capabilities.
with my control beast background, have I really recognized this as being
Oh, there's
a
definitely
possible
something
living-
organic about the ship. Whether or not it's alive or even sentient to the level of an animal, you're not sure. You would need to find like some way to communicate it. At this point, you're like in its chest, and you have no way of trying to talk to this thing.
I'll touch it to see if that heals it.
Okay, you guys are in the room?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
as you get in the room, you see that the room actually kind of does a U wrap around, and on the opposite side there are three similar irregular pulsing mounds. That sounds dirty.
Yeah. Depends on whether it's your
I haven't put
thing or
those
not.
two words together yet, but pulsing mounds definitely sounds inappropriate.
Boy.
Yeah, I just got a lot more interest in this scenario.
Yeah, I'm gonna come in as well and approach a different mound and lay my hands on it, see if I can't feel a connection or something.
Okay. You're not really getting much off of this thing. I mean, it just kind of feels like the same material the wall is. Ixis, when you channel your healing powers into it, you definitely it did something. And that mound that you've gone over and done something to, the fading of the pulse and the irregularity of it seem to clear up, and it is a more steady and what's the word I want? Healthy kind of beat or pulse.
I'll see
Yeah,
if I
like
can.
steadier.
Yeah.
What's your usage on that ability?
It just after the first time I have to roll, make a intellect difficulty roll, and it goes up by 1 every time I use it on the same creature.
Okay. You when you go to the next one, you feel like you don't. It isn't a struggle like you would on trying to use it on a second creature or on the same creature. It feels different enough that you don't feel any kind of increase in the difficulty.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, you can go around. You're gonna go.
Yeah, I'll heal them. Just tell me how many I'm healing, and I'll subtract the intellect points.
Oh yeah, you have a cost to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there'll be 6 in all.
Okay, I'll heal them all.
Okay. Yeah, they all feel like they are beating healthier and in time with each other.
Well, it looks like nothing died here. I think something was dying, and that's
Good
the
job,
ship.
Ixis. That was That's very impressive. You just saved a space whale.
Yeah. As the room kind of lights up a little better, and in fact, actually, it's better than the hallways even were. You guys look around. There is something all over the floors, and it's not like totally covering the floors, but it's enough around that it's pretty much everywhere.
What does it look like?
Well, if somebody wants to inspect it, they can. Let me give the initial. It's like something was splattered on the floor and has since mostly dried. So it's more of a gooish kind of thing, like syrup after it's dried.
Oh, okay. I will take a closer look at it, and maybe even try and, if I can, collect a sample and to put into one of my little drug canistras.
Yeah, and you picked up medicine, right?
I've got medicine, yeah, medicine, alchemical tasks, and Numenera, but
Give me a medicine roll.
okay. I kinda want.
Only maybe a difficulty 2. So actually, with your skill training, only a 1.
Okay, well, you've jinxed me, but let's try.
Uh,
Okay. I was like, you made it nice and easy. There's definitely a big chance I'll fail this one.
Yeah. No, you're positive it is some sort of blood. It doesn't appear to be normal person blood, but then you're used to there being things other than people and stuff on. Do they call Earth still?
No, the Ninth World.
Okay, so all right.
So basically, I know that it's probably like it's blood of something. It's just not human blood necessarily.
Right.
Can I try? Well, I guess I could always try, but would it be a reach for me to assume that the blood might be from the ship?
No, you definitely think this is not, because you don't see any wounds or anything that would have created the blood from the ship itself.
In that room, okay.
Yeah, I was gonna ask that if we saw any.
You think that
damage.
there was definitely something or someone in here that was hurt, and the blood. These were blood sprays. This is a crime scene or a battle scene. You know, there's blood on the floor. There's some on the walls.
But no bodies.
Is this where the smell is coming from?
Yes, this dried, rotting blood is, you definitely think, is the kind of smell you're smelling.
oh god.
Alien blood. Ultra-terrestrial blood, I guess.
Right.
So but there's no bodies or corpses or bits and pieces. It's just blood.
It is just blood.
Okay, but the room itself is now throbbing healthily.
Yeah, the mounds and the glow of the ship itself seems better.
Oh, okay. Do we want to look in some of these other rooms in this area and see if we can find out what might have left all this blood?
Might as
Probably
well.
a good idea.
Yep.
And then Ixis, the ship healer, can help us out if we find any more issues.
For a little bit more. I can't do it forever, of course.
Yeah.
Feeling a little strained.
I might need some coffee.
Excuse me.
It is worth noting that you have a room here that only has the single entrance. If you guys wanted to try to take a break.
If the smell isn't too distracting.
You guys are becoming more accustomed to it, and well, the smell is strong. It's not so strong that it's going to throw off your ability to take a rest.
Oh, okay. How does everyone else feel? Do they want to try? I think we're on. I don't know what everyone else is on. I think I have a 10-minute that I can do.
I've got all of mine.
Yeah,
I've got all of mine as well, but we still need to rest overnight. If it's late in the day, Ixis will need that rest.
That's true. Does everyone want to try and sleep?
Yeah, we can.
It's gonna be like resting in a womb. That heartbeat and the pulsating light. It's gonna be. Ooh.
Yeah, there's a certain amount of relaxing feeling to that, despite the unpleasant smell. Now that you're becoming more used to it, it smells more like a physician's tent than like death. It's, open
Oh, cool.
body.
This is old hat for me then.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can rest here, and I could use some refilling of my pools.
Okay. Well, I guess I suppose I can take first watch, seeing as I did not take watch at all last time.
Java's happy to take second watch.
I'll go third.
Okay. Split it up like that, and doing that, say, 9 hours, so take 3-hour shifts, that should be sufficient for everybody.
Yep.
Okay,
Cool. So you
go ahead
want
and make any recovery rolls you need to. I think technically the last one says 10 hours, right?
Yep.
Yep.
So the two who are not taking watches, you can go ahead and use that one if you want. Everybody else is limited up to the one before that.
Nope, I'm good. That 4 got me to full.
And then, of course, your recovery rolls will all have refreshed by after sleeping.
Hooray!
The rhythmic beating is like being in the womb. I feel refreshed.
Yeah.
And
Upon
you know what? I
waking,
bet the smell similar too.
I
definitely
didn't want to say that.
Yeah. Upon waking, Mithar or Rigo, Tavon. Sorry, I'm getting mixed up here. Rigo.
Yes.
Rigo's who I actually wanted here. My brains. Upon waking, the ear spike worm thing
Turns into a moth and
metamorphoses
flies
into
out of my
the
ear.
little butterfly thing.
That's got to be a weird sensation in the canal.
Describe the butterfly.
You're giving birth inside of a womb-like room.
I know, this is quite the experience. I knew it was going to happen. I was given, I think I was given forewarning, and it's so pleasant to me. I'm so happy to have been able to experience it.
What does the butterfly look like?
I don't know. I guess it's probably up to you, Colin.
No, I think I'll let you tell us what it looks like.
Okay, so it crawls out and it
Your thing you're
has...
giving birth to.
Yeah, so it's kind of like a furry moth with eyes on its wings that are yellow around the outside and darker brown on the inside, and it has feathery antenna, and basically just looks kind of like, it looks cuddly. If a moth could be cuddly, it looks like it would be.
I like it.
That's cool.
As it's flying around the room, as Hodo starts chasing it around, like trying to eat it.
Oh yes, I should feed him his daily ration. Well, extra protein could be good. We'll see if he catches it.
Rigo, are you okay with Hodo eating your ear baby?
I mean, I'd rather not. I'd rather not if he... I'm gonna try and shoo him away. Away from the mod.
Okay, you guys want to do anything else before leaving the room?
Yeah, just a quick look around, see if we can see any other components, any machinery, something that you would use to interact with the ship.
Still, at this point, you're not seeing anything that looks like would let you interact with the ship. You're not really sure how the people would fly this thing at the moment, because you're actually starting to wonder if maybe this thing isn't a ship per se, more of a creature that has been adapted to it or something, because there are no signs of this thing having been made into a ship. You know, there's no consoles, no obvious machinery. Even the door when it opened had a bit of a mucousy membrane thing that kind of when it separated. You know.
Well, I'm confident that today we will have less opportunities to die than yesterday. It is with that optimism that I move forward from this room and into the rest of the giant space whale.
I follow.
Yep, Jarvis
follow
ready,
behind.
Ready to. Yep, Jarvis
that's-
following as well. She's ready.
That
to
was all in
explore.
character, by the way. That was
Yeah.
Freak says that out loud.
So you guys pack up your stuff, head back out. As you guys get back to the cross section, the smell coming back the way you guys came, you think is the strongest at this point.
Back where we came from?
Yeah, back in that direction.
Okay. So we're so we had one T junction and then it spidered off, like it splintered off again, and we went down one way towards the smell.
You
on
hit
the
a
second
four-way,
branch, right?
you went straight, hit another four-way, turned left. Now you're back at the second four-way, and you think you want to head back towards the first four-way.
Okay. Does that sound good to everybody else?
Yep, sounds good.
Yep.
Sure.
Who's in the lead and who's in the back?
I'm in the middle. I surround myself with everyone.
Well, then I'm stuck in the middle with you.
I can be in the front again.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll be at the back.
Devon will be second with his bow out, just in case. Since it seems like the
Elf
smell.
wants to be right behind Ixis, so maybe Tevon's third.
Since the smell seems like it's changing on us, I'm a little worried that there might be something moving around in here.
Okay, so you guys head back that way. You get to the first four-way stop, and you're not sure. It could kind of go any way. To one of the sides, or even back to going up the spiral, the slope.
If we go up, we might find some sort of control room or something. Do you think?
Plus, there's the wound on the top of the ship.
Yeah, that's
I
what
wanted
she's.
to look at it at some point.
Sure. Up sounds good.
Yes.
Okay. So you guys head up, and it's a sloping spiral that maybe a 30-degree angle. So it's a little bit of a steep climb. Kind of gotta put your hands on the walls to kind of get yourself to go up. But you manage it. As you get up, there is a much wider and taller, much larger corridor you guys come to. It's more of a more of an oval, but it's a flat oval. I think so. It's you'd say it's maybe 15, 20 feet wide, and Ixis has no problem standing up now. He's kind of hunched over down below.
Nice.
I was gonna mention it. Like, sounds like it's time for that sword to come out.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely would have no problem swinging that around.
Excellent.
Does everybody else have their weapons out and ready, or?
I don't take weapons out. I just stay in the middle of the group.
Yeah. Java's got her bird out.
Okay.
I've always got my blowgun because I use it like a cane, so it's there.
That makes sense.
Yep.
Tavon?
Still got the bow out.
Okay. Okay. The corridor goes both forward to the ship, front of the ship, or back to the rear of the ship.
Where was the wound? Was it on the top? But was it towards the front or towards the back?
From where you're at, you think it's probably towards the back.
Front or back, guys? If the wound's towards the back, do we want to check that first, or do we want to check towards the front?
Front, you think would probably be where any kind of controls would be.
Maybe we should go to the control room first, since that might allow us to contact the rest of the ship as well.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that sounds like a good plan.
That's what I'm thinking.
Onward ho!
Okay. You guys head up towards the front, and give me anybody who's trained. Java, you've got an actual search skill, not just perception, right?
Yeah.
Why don't you give me a search kind of roll?
Ho ho.
Wow. Alrighty. You
I
notice
see almost everything.
darn near everything.
Yeah.
You notice that there is some form of a trail, some substance being trailed in the hallway.
On the floor?
Yeah, you gonna stop to take a look at it closer?
Yes, I am.
You definitely think it's the same kind of dried blood substance.
I will alert everyone and say, this looks like the same stuff that was down in the room that we were in before.
Oh boy, guys.
Does it look like it's going in the direction we're traveling, or where we came from, or a different direction?
That's you at 19, so you definitely think that the directionality of the trail kind of all over the place. It back and forth. So something has moved around repeatedly.
Does it look like the substance is the same age, I guess, as in the room that we're in before?
Yes, it's the same degree of dry. We've got that bit of sticky tackiness to it, and in the larger spots, it's almost a gummy sort of bit.
Can we figure out how old it is? If it is it.
It has a different quality to it than human blood, so you're not really sure, because you're not sure how long it would take to dry.
Yep.
The viscosity of it is, thicker, but you're not sure if that's thicker because it's dried like this, or it might be naturally thicker inside the creature. What you can tell is you think it doesn't appear to be a person-sized creature leaving It's smaller, perhaps even multiple smaller creatures.
Multiple.
It's hard to tell if it's one creature that's gone back and forth a bunch, or if there are more than one going in varying directions.
Oh, great. We got tribble slugs.
Are there any footprints, or is it
No,
or
it's
is it
definitely not footprints. It's like trails or dropped blood splatter, bits.
okay?
Like the thing either was like covered in this, or was like ripping the blood down as it was moving.
Yeah.
But nothing you see that looks like a footprint.
Okay. Are there any other marks on the floor?
Like scratches or something?
Yeah, like scratches or something that's that doesn't look like splatters. Maybe it's a slightly different shape, that it doesn't look like it's like just a like blood splatter.
No, what you see looks like something was dribbled.
Okay.
That might be the best word.
Yep.
We
sure.
got a drooler.
Look up on the ceiling.
Oh, I was like imagining a bloody basketball just going up and down the hallways.
Dribbling.
It would be hard for us to hear after being in that pulsating room. We just assumed that it'd be like a heartbeat, but it's really just a
Yeah,
corpse
don't. That's not a heartbeat. That's a basketball. Why is there a basketball?
Globetrotters.
You say it even has the what is it? Spalding, is that the who makes the basketballs? What's the
They make some-
yeah, you're right.
something?
They make some things.
All right. Well, let's find this creature and either put it out of its misery or find out what it's up to.
Maybe it tastes like chicken.
One can hope. Better than the last meal I tried to have.
Never
Alright.
trust ancient vending machines.
Or don't taste stuff that smells like tar.
It tasted like tar. It smelled like tar. It didn't necessarily taste like tar. Now we know it did. It's the spirit of scientific exploration.
Taste and smell are pretty closely connected. That if something smells like something, it probably tastes like that too.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Surströmming smells terrible and
So,
only tastes kind of bad.
What does Poto think of these trails?
He's avoiding them. He doesn't like it. He doesn't want to touch it. Doesn't want to get close to it.
Yeah, I don't blame you, Poto. I want to be up there on the ceiling with you.
Chirps
Shall we
at
keep
you.
going?
At this point, just kind of sitting on Tavan's shoulder because he kind of doesn't want to be near the
Yeah.
substance.
All right, moving forward.
Let's go.
All right. You follow the corridor to the front of the ship, I believe.
Yes.
Yes.
You guys pass a sort of doorway. It's more of an arch. It's an open arch. And for lack of a better, it looks to be sort of a galley. I mean, there's like plates and stuff with some rotted food.
Wonderful.
You want to try it, Rigo?
At this point, it feels.
You're good at trying things.
Well, if it's rotted food, I'm pretty sure that it's rotted food. The other stuff.
Is rotted food.
Are there any kind of like storage, like cupboards or anything like that, or
You guys gonna head in there to take a look around?
yeah.
Okay.
Let's see if there's anything edible.
When you guys get in there, you find that there are bodies in some of the seats, and they're just kind of slumped over the tables, and they're definitely corpses at this point.
Oh boy.
Are they humanoid or other?
They're humanoid, barely. They are a sort of they're very thin, almost spider-ish. They have a chitinous shell to them, and they're a very dark color. Their arms split at the what you guys would call an elbow, to being two sets of arms.
Okay.
You know, they split at the elbow rather than at the shoulder. You might see otherwise, but have a single set of legs.
Well,
Their faces, you can't really see their faces because they're kind of slumped over onto the tables at the moment.
is there? What else do we see in there apart from? How many do we see?
There are. Let's say there's 6. There are 6 bodies in there.
Right. Is there? What else is in the room?
Yeah, you definitely see a section off to one side that is a sort of a countertop and a kitchenish area.
Yep.
Like a peninsula countertop coming out, and then a area where you could walk behind it.
Mm-hmm.
And kitchenish looking devices.
Go and investigate those. See if anything has power still.
Okay, so you're gonna walk behind the counter?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with it.
Okay, I'm gonna need everyone to roll initiative.
Oh boy.
Yay! I've
Hooray.
been waiting.
I was gonna say, it's been a little bit since we've had a combat.
3 weeks, actually.
Yeah. No, because last week we had the robot snake thing.
Yeah, but I'm saying 3 weeks in real time rather than yeah.
I just meant that it had been a while in game even.
Yeah.
We'd had any kind of initiative kind of combat.
Yep.
All came back to initiative rolls.
Yes, you did.
They found a kitchen kind of area and the slumped over tables, these spiderish people, and then when Tivan and Java went behind the counter, something's happening. Or I'm sorry, yeah. Okay. Oh, I got. Dang. Where is that? That's there. Don't need the snake monster anymore. Albie is almost going first, which means he's gonna do nothing and well, we know what he likes to do with combat. Wait till other people do stuff.
I wasn't sure if you were going to use the turn order. If I knew you was going to do that, we could have.
No, it's okay. I didn't think about it. I should have had you guys put the counters out and then done it, and it was automatic. But not a big deal. It only takes a moment for me to to do it itself.
Why have I got effort coming in on that? I don't have any effort.
It must have been in the
Yeah, I've just noticed it.
clear the thing, and then it'll go away. It would be 6. All right. All right. So, Ixis, you are actually first. There are these little squirmy, almost snake-like or worm-like things, but they have front arms. So kind of like a wyvern, or not a wyvern.
Wyvern.
Yeah.
Well, no, because wyverns will have the back legs and then wings. It's the ones, the Chinese ones that have the front limbs and then snake on the back.
Okay.
That kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Except these are more of a fleshy, yeah, almost like a tapeworm kind of thing, but not flat. But it's that kind of wormish, segmented body kind of thing.
It's a slimy luck dragon.
Or even like a naga.
What?
A naga?
Oh, there's like the snake bodies with the arms.
Oh, Naga.
Yeah.
Nagas. Okay, yeah, okay. Well, who knows what the right pronunciation of some of these things are, but yeah, okay.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry.
Or like a Yuan Ti, the abomination ones that are the. Except this thing is not a. It's not. It doesn't have a torso top. It's.
Yeah.
I mean, basically, it's like a worm thing, with a jaw of something. It has teeth, no apparent eyes. It's got these two-limbed or two-clawed limbs near the front of its body, and then a long, maybe 2 foot long body in all, and probably about as round as like a pop can.
Okay, so not huge.
No, but there's a bunch of them.
Kill it with fire.
And they are covered in that gooey blood substance
Right.
that you guys have been seeing all over the place.
I'm gonna charge the nearest one and just try to hack it to pieces with my greatsword.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that actually, that will not hit. They are only level 2 creatures, but they are small, so it's a 3 to hit them. So a 9.
Yeah, just missed.
Yeah. If they weren't so small,
Well, that's all I can do. I'm just screaming and shouting and trying to hack them to pieces.
Making a very
you're
good
kinda on
distraction
the-
for all the backline fighters, though. That's
Okay.
yeah, you're kind of outside the kitchen area, so you didn't have a real good shot at them anyways. They've only started to come out from there. Java, you're up.
Java's gonna swing her bird, and hopefully, no, she's not.
Nope, not at all. Okay.
Alright, I'm guessing it's me now,
Yes,
right?
LB is yours.
Alright, so seeing my friend struggling, I'm inspired and come up with a haiku to help them out with encouragement. I want to give the bonus to attacks, but the haiku I wrote is, get those snake things now. Keep them away from me, please. I don't want to die.
That's cool.
That gives me all the information I need for the upcoming.
Okay.
And I give the buff to attack.
Okay, so we're back to the 6 because his buff will cancel out their size bonus basically.
Yep.
Okay, Rigo, it is yours.
Okay. Do I see any of these critters?
Oh yeah, they're kind of sliming out from all over the place now, and there's ones coming out from underneath the tables, out from the kitchen area.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll try and fire burst onslaught energy at the closest one that
Yep.
I don't like.
Okay, that answers my other question. I was about to say the physical or the mental. Physical. Okay, you hit
physical,
it. You hit it, and it goes splat. It explodes.
I look at whoever's next to me, and I just grin. I'm like, that's very satisfying.
Tevon and Podo.
Alright, I'm going to have Podo assist me, try to distract the beast while I whack it with me axe.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and you slice through it.
And I give a thumbs up over to my companion that's just mentally exploded one.
Okay, everybody else, LB included, there are these things start, they kind of coil up a little and leap at you guys. So everybody go ahead and give me a defense roll.
Cool.
No, you're right.
I'm trained in speed defense, and I want to speed effort, so I'm gonna drop my speed by 3.
Okay, you only needed,
Either way, I want to be super.
with the effort in that, you didn't need it.
I rolled a 3! Oh boy.
But it's okay, because you brought it down to a difficulty 0 anyway, so...
Yeah, but I rolled just in case of the effect.
Okay, so I think the only person who got hit then is Rigo.
That's
Is going
right.
to take damage. Take 2 points of might damage.
Okay.
And I assume you don't have armor enough to stop that, correct?
No.
Okay, then you need to make a might roll. This thing latches onto your neck.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Oh,
then I'll
boy.
put some effort in getting that off because I don't like that at all.
Oh, this is like Stargate Atlantis all over again.
There you go, 16.
Okay, it does not manage to get into you.
Oh,
It
well, that's
is
good.
it is trying to gnaw its way into you.
It's comforting that it can't, though, so that's
Well,
good.
in this round at least. If you don't get it off next turn, it won't have to make an attack. You'll just make another might roll.
Oh, so it attacked me, and now it's on me, but it's not in me, is what you're saying.
Correct. Yes, it is still like latched onto your neck, but it hasn't made its way into your body.
Okay.
But it's still latched there.
Alright.
Okay, top of the initiative, Ixis.
All right. I'm gonna keep hacking away at him.
Okay.
Cannot get a break.
You're not used to fighting something so small, you know. You're this big guy. You're just swinging this big old sword around, and it's like swatting at flies.
Yeah.
All right, Java.
Yep, I rolled 11, so I hit it.
Okay, you kill another one.
Yep.
That is 3 down.
How many are there?
More than you guys can count at the moment because they're moving around and stuff. But you'd say a lot.
Okay.
It's all happening really quickly, and you don't really have a chance to stop and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
I'm just continuing with my encouragement, just because I see that my allies are not doing the best at hidden, especially my good buddy Ixis.
Yeah.
So I want to keep the attack buff up.
Right. Okay. And then it goes on to Rigo.
Okay. So, what are my options for destroying this thing? Is there I either pull it off of me, or can I?
Yeah, you could make like a might roll to pull it off of you, or you could make like an attack roll to try to just like kill the thing.
Sure, I'll do
Punch
that.
yourself in the neck.
No, I mean I feel like I could probably hold it with one hand and then pull it away from my neck a little bit, like obviously not off my neck, but just kind of the body away, and then just like try and onslaught the shit out of it. And so,
Okay,
you know what?
yeah, give it a chance.
I'm gonna do roll
If
after.
you roll one, this is going to be a bad thing, right?
Oh boy.
It's gonna dig into my neck either way, so it's like, and I don't have any XP for a reroll, so we're really talking this up to being a 1 right now.
It's okay. I got an axe. I can take care of it.
Hey,
Oh, bullshit.
Nice. Yeah, you obliterate it. It explodes from like the head down to his tail. It just boom, 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 and it's gone.
I'm glad you did that because I wasn't feeling too good about swinging my axe at your neck.
Right.
I'm kind of bothered that that's the only way you could think of fixing the situation.
I was going to shoot my bow.
Yeah, and of all the things you could swing at your neck, an axe is what he had to swing at your.
You could also just have you have 2 hands and they are not bladed that I know of.
I could have sent Poto to gnaw at it too.
So he didn't like.
Yeah, Poto is curled, is like latched onto your shoulder and neck, and it does not like these things at all. He doesn't want to get down and attack them very much. He's kind of cowering from them a little. He'll help you on your turn, but otherwise he doesn't want to do much. It is your turn, Tavon.
Yeah, I'm gonna go after another one.
Okay.
Oh,
Or not. And see,
Wow,
aren't you
guys.
glad I didn't swing at your neck?
Do I need to write? Do I need to write
I never said I wanted you to do that. That
Not
was your
quite a 1, but it's close. Yeah, you take a swing at one and come near one of your allies. All right. New critter turn. Everyone give me that speed defense again.
Damn it. Oh, wait. Albie's encouragement, that's for attack, right?
Yes.
Thanks.
Oh, okay.
Let me make that defense roll too. Where's my sheet? I'm trying to speed
There you
defense.
Rigo's good.
Not using effort this
Albie is
time.
good. Java, did you roll?
Yes, it's at the top.
Okay.
Scroll up.
Oh,
Just
yes.
quiet, because it's disappointing.
Java did not dodge then.
No, I did not.
All right.
Difficulty 1.
Yeah. You take 2 points of damage, 2 points of might, as it latches onto your neck, and then
I
I need.
have armor, so I just take 1 point.
Okay, but he still latches on then, as long as you took
Yeah.
at least 1 point. So then you make the might roll for him trying to burrow.
Ooh.
Oh, boy. What can we see here?
Major effect.
I'll say that you managed to pull him off right away.
Yeah.
He scraped you, but you bat him off, and he never has a chance to really grab a hold of you.
Cool.
Oh,
Can I say that I throw it and that and when it hits whatever it hits, that it kills it?
Yeah, it's dead.
Did I get-
You toss it
Yeah.
off the side and splat it into a wall.
Yep, cool.
These things are very squishy.
Yes.
See, this is very satisfying. Rigo is right. Despite the getting your neck gnawed, it's very fun.
Rolling a 20 is very satisfying for that. But
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, back to the top with Ixis.
Okay, gonna find another one, and it's gonna just sort of stare at it where Ixis assumes its eyes should be, and give him sort of a look, and then he's gonna swing. Yeah, there we go.
There you go. And it goes splat.
Just gotta glare menacingly.
Yeah, that's right.
That's the trick.
All right, I want to say that's 5 dead so far. I think we got 3 on the first round.
Yeah.
1.
Killed 2.
Yeah. Okay.
That was killed. Yeah.
All right. Java, it is your turn.
she swings again.
And Albie is still helping, so that does hit.
Yay.
Okay.
Woohoo! Albie, you rock.
I count 6 dead.
I'm still doing the same old.
I
I mean,
assume you're gonna keep doing what you're doing.
unless it looks like there's a significant amount less now. Like, does it look? Can we count the number now that we've killed enough, or is it still?
No, you think there's still like a horde of them.
Alright, so
and
then I
it's
continue.
starting to worry that the odds of you guys being able to kill all of these without somebody getting one of these things up inside of you, you guys don't have great odds on this. You're feeling a little overwhelmed.
Need a flamethrower.
Some kind of area attacks would definitely be of help.
Yeah, we're like tier 1. I don't think we start getting the area of attacks till like tier 2 or something.
Well, you might not have any built-in powers, but be
Well,
creative.
I've got an idea. I'm going to share it.
Mhm.
Can I, instead of burrowing this down, just use it like a drill towards the mass of these spider critters?
Yeah, actually, not spider. The spiders were the, these are worms. Yeah. Yeah, actually, it talks about it pushing heat out.
Hmm.
The
Yeah,
only problem is that it looks like it also instantly melts the material directly below the lower level.
you might do some damage to the floor here, but I would say that you can guide it to not going down, but kind of walking around the room and clearing these things.
Okay, well, when it's my turn, I'll give that a go.
Well, it is in fact your turn, because Albie is going to continue doing his
Oh,
chanting.
well, in that case, this has been a very relevant conversation, and I wasn't taking
Yeah.
So,
Do you guys
okay.
see the initiative tracker thing?
no, I see critter 6. That's all I see.
Yeah, that's all I see as well.
You guys don't see it yourself? Okay.
Nope.
Huh.
No, but you know what?
Yep.
You've been on it so much, I didn't even look at the turn order. You've been doing such a good job on your own column.
That's odd that you don't see your own name version. That's weird.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay, so it looks like for 10 minutes, I'm surrounded by a bubble of energy that projects incredible heat outward, but not inward. It floats 1 foot in the air, inflicts 6 points of damage to all within immediate range, and inflicts 3 points of damage to all within short range. Further, it instantly melts in the bubble. It's created continues for the duration of effect. A user who stands on the ground when activating the cipher ends up. Oh. Here's the problem. I don't mind your interpretation, but it does say that a user who stands on the ground when activating the cipher ends up 800 feet underground when it finally stops.
I would say give me a Numenera roll, and you can try to turn it on. That's more than enough, because that's a 5 then.
Yeah.
Yeah, you feel you can turn it on and off real quick. Do
Okay,
a
just
flash
toggling
use
like
of it.
Batman. Alright.
So you do that, and this room is basically immediate. Is What is it? Immediate? Like only just right next to you, right?
Just 10
Yeah.
feet.
Okay.
Maybe I should warn everyone to get out of the room before I turn this thing on.
Well, you're kind of in the middle of combat.
I know that's true.
Yeah,
I don't know. Like I just see like it inflicts 3 points of damage to all within short range, so everyone's gonna
that's
get
what I was
hurt.
gonna say. Is that
Java will say, just use it.
yeah.
Just use it. She's happy to take the damage.
I was gonna say, I think you and Java went into, or no, Tavan and Java went into the kitchen. So
Yeah.
you're not necessarily right next to anybody.
Okay.
I'll say everybody take their 3, and that obliterates them all.
Okay.
Because that,
Alright.
that 3 points of damage is sufficient to wipe them out. So you basically incinerate the room.
Awesome.
I'm completely happy with taking a little bit of a sunburn to get rid of these creatures.
Because
See?
I will not be inside you after the attack.
Does that damage ignore armor, or
It
It is
doesn't.
ignoring armor, so I'll. What is your armor?
1?
No. What is it?
Oh, it's leather.
I don't think leather would help you from this immediate heat damage.
Yeah, if it's considered ambient damage, then that doesn't armor doesn't stop that.
Okay. I just wasn't sure if it was ambient damage or not.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I took the 3 damage. Owie, my skin.
Yeah, you guys all did a really bad sunburn, but all the things are incinerated.
Woohoo! Rico, you rock.
Nicely done.
Say, damn, man, there you go.
Good
My
job.
skin. Do you have any salve for this?
I might be able to cook something up.
Man, I need it. And you see Albie's like rubbing his arm, legs and stuff. It's like, damn, man.
Yeah, can I use my alchemical tasks or medicine with all my ingredients for creating drugs to maybe try and find something that it doesn't have to give them any like medicinal benefit, but just for the case of story, give them something to soothe their burned faces a bit.
Maybe when you have some time to concoct something,
Okay.
but you guys have to take a break or something for you to put something together.
Okay.
Since your focus is generally of a more alchemical, druggy kind of nature, that might not be something you'd have pre-prepped or anything. Or,
Yeah.
but it definitely is in your wheelhouse. Once you take the time to put it together, you might be able to repair a little damage with that.
Cool.
So now that we're out of combat, can we see where these things crawled out of? They made like a little home here.
As best you can figure, they crawled out from like under tables and out of little corners, spaces, and stuff. They were just hiding, more or less. You notice that the corpses of the spider-like people are good and damaged as well.
Maybe they wanted to be cremated anyway.
Yeah, you're not quite at the cremating point, but there's definitely a melted flesh, cooking body smell.
So okay. Well, this might seem a little macabre, but what is it? Does it smell at all appetizing?
No, rotting corpses beforehand.
Bacon.
Pardon me?
They were
Oh,
rotting.
the rotting corpses still are like cooked rotting corpses, but how about the
Yeah.
the worm boys?
They're basically incinerated. There's nothing nothing significant left of them.
Okay.
Since Rigo seems hungry, I'm gonna go back to my original thing of trying to find a working piece of cooking machinery or something.
Okay. Yeah, if you want to take a little, I'll say you can figure out how to make some food. You find the food storage device. You're not exactly sure what to call it. It's sort of it's along the lines of a what do you call it?
Replicator?
No, the long freezers that like are laying down. And you open from the top, and what do you call those?
Yeah.
An ice box.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
You open up a lid, and there's some preserved food inside. Well, you're pretty sure it's food, anyways.
We find ice cream.
No.
Hey, as long as we don't find any frozen versions of those little slugs, I'm happy.
No, you actually have to kind of work to get it open, and there's a definite seal, like a freezer door that you haven't opened in like a really long time that kind of peels as you open it.
Hasn't been defrosted in about 3,000 years. Yeah, a little build up.
Actually, this thing, it doesn't feel cold inside, but the food does look preserved. Like they found that their technology to preserving the food doesn't rely on freezing it.
Stasis bubbles or something. Interesting.
Cool.
Anything look appetizing?
Do we recognize any of what the food might be, or is it like just stuff that we wouldn't recognize?
It looks like a lot of pieces of meat. Different cuts of meat. Meat of what, you're not really sure, but it definitely has that kind of texture to it that you think these are, like I said, but for lack of a better word, cuts of meat.
Okay.
Individual ones. So these guys are definitely were carnivores.
Do we find any vegetables or anything that?
No, you don't see anything you don't think looks like a meat product. But that would fit in with what you know of them look spider-like.
Out for some steaks.
With those slug things, can we make any correlation between them and the marks of blood on the floor?
Well, they had that blood substance on them, so you definitely think that that's what was moving around.
Hopefully those weren't just the babies and there's a giant mother around somewhere.
Don't jinx it.
Java will just shut us.
So I say that as I'm just pulling steak after steak out and I'm looking for a grill.
Yeah, you find a device that will let you cook.
I would like to use if it's like a stove type thing that'll let us cook. Would I be able to use one of the, I guess, what do you call, burners to make some coffee or something?
It's more
While
like
he's
a grill, where it's one large surface that heats up.
Oh, I got it. So then, can I set up my little thing on the side while he's cooking? Since we're all doing, he's doing. the thing.
Yeah, you could set your kettle or
Yeah,
whatever,
little
keep
makeshift
on.
thing. Yeah.
Coffee and mystery meat.
Yum.
Days are coming
Basically
out.
what I just
All
said.
right.
Somebody look and see if you can find some barbecue sauce.
Actually, as you open them out of the package things they were in, you think that the way they preserve them is the packages seem to have a kind of a really well sealed. Your character wouldn't understand what this is, but to explain to you, they were vacuum sealed and salted.
Pre-marinated?
Not quite to the point of jerky, and dried out and stuff, but they definitely were had stuff, salt and other somethings, rubbed into them and then sealed. So you think that might actually be what helped preserve the meats? Might not be the device itself.
Who wants a steak?
Me?
Sure. Java's hungry. She'll eat anything at this point.
I'll cook one up and give a test bite to Podo. See what Podo is my judge in all things.
He looks nervous and kind of looks at you like waiting. He kind of looks at you, looks at the meat, looks at you, looks at the meat, kind of like looks and waits. Like he's not falling for this. While Tivan and Poto are cooking, and while Albie is making coffee, Java, Rigo, and Ixis, what are you doing?
I'm rigging up a salad.
You're what?
Rigging up a salad for everybody's sunburn. I feel kind of partially responsible.
Kind of.
100% responsible.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Completely responsible.
Yeah.
Java wants to keep an eye on the door just to make sure that there's nothing else that's going to come in and surprise us.
It's an open archway kind of thing. It's not a door.
Yeah. She still wants to keep watch.
Rigo, where are you setting up your little workstation? In the kitchen area?
Is there adequate space in there for me to do it?
It's probably a little tight with the two of them already in there working.
Yeah, I'll be out in the other area.
Okay. There's corpses at the tables.
Okay. Well,
The spider people corpses were not incinerated. They're still there. They're just well done at this point.
Just kick one out of the way. You'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and move one with a boot.
You kind of have to work out a little bit as they were kind of melted to the table.
Oh, okay. So then it's not going to be a very good table for making something that's going on people's burnt skin anyway.
Well, unfortunately, like I said, there are 4 tables, and 2 of them have 2 bodies, and 2 of them have 1 body.
Okay, so I'll do one with 1 body, just try and get rid of him, and then
all right.
The rest of the table.
As you manage to kick it loose, it falls to the floor on its back, and you can see at its throat is a giant hole.
Ooh.
Right where the worm things were attacking you guys.
Whoever's nearby, I just kind of, I motion over, like, I just kind of go. So, I think I know what happened to these, arachnids. And, then I gesture down to the neck region.
Java would probably be the one that would be closest, and she'll just shudder.
I was going to say probably Ixis, because Java's kind of watching the door, and Ixis isn't really doing it.
I'll just go over, pick up one of the corpses, and just look into the hole directly.
Yeah, something burrowed itself in there, and it's the size of those worm things.
My greatsword's kind of big. Are there any like tiny knives or implements I can try to see if there's still something living in one of those holes?
Yeah, you probably have something. A crossbow bolt. You can.
Oh yeah.
Kind of shove down there.
Yeah, I'll do some frontier surgery. See if I can open up the wound and inspect the shenanigans going on.
Oh, you want to like cut open the chest so you can get in there and look?
Yeah. See if like there's still something in there, or if it was in there and left.
Yeah. Well, so these things have that like spider chitin kind of opening on them. So you manage to like crack it and pull it open, and this thing made itself a home inside of this guy. and its internal organs and stuff have been eaten. At least, it is certainly lacking any internal organs. So you think it looks like they were eaten. You're not really sure what should be there, but probably something.
I'll show off my findings to the rest of the party. Hey, everybody, look! Isn't that neat?
I'm still cooking or making my coffee. I don't pay it any mind. Not that Albie would want to look.
Right.
Java will have a. She won't move from the archway, but she'll look across and she'll go, "Oh my god, righto."
Aren't you glad nobody got one of these things inside of them?
Hell
Yes.
yeah!
So the cooking of the meat, does it smell good or bad?
Yeah, it smells good. Definitely compared to what you guys have been smelling. That's helped covering up the smell of the charred corpses.
And as soon as I get one cooked, I'll look for some plates.
Yeah, you can
So
find
some-
some plates.
And I yell out, "Order it up!" and put one on the counter. and go back to tending the other steaks and watch to see who eats one.
I'm definitely not eating the first one. I'm still working on my coffee and definitely would not be the first to eat anyway. I say, leave mine on the counter. I'll get to it when I'm ready.
Well, I came back in time to elect myself again as the first taste tester.
Okay. Yeah, it tastes pretty good. It's got a weird, like a tang and an aftertaste to it.
Okay.
Tastes gamey.
Yeah, it tastes like wild meat.
More. Well, because like, okay,
Is it like somebody crossed like lobster meat with like an orange? Like the tanginess is like it's
No,
citrus
no.
with seafood?
No, because it's definitely more of like a mammal kind of meat.
Okay.
But the like, you know how the what an animal eats affects what it tastes like.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
why like the Kobe beef and stuff they feed them special stuff, and that's part of why the Kobe steaks are better. You know
So
what?
this is an alien pig that only ate lemons.
Well, it ate something not of the ninth world, and so it has a different flavor base to it.
Okay.
It's not a bad, it's just definitely exotic.
Great, I'm into that.
Yeah.
I put all sorts of foreign stuff in my old mouth here, so
And like I said, it has kind of a tang to it, kind of a well, yeah, like you said, an orange, like almost like citrus
And
kind of flavor, and it has an aftertaste.
I kind of poked Poto and said, "See, you didn't have anything to worry about. He seems to think that it's very good."
better than the last thing I ate.
That's for sure.
Maybe try giving Pato some raw meat. Maybe he'd prefer it raw.
Yeah, raw food diet's a big thing nowadays.
I put two bits in front of Poto, an uncooked one and a cooked one. What does Poto do?
You let him catch his own food, or do you cook stuff and feed him that? What is he used to?
A little both. I do have some feed that we take out, and just in case he can't find anything.
Okay. He eats them both. He just, he didn't want to be the guinea pig, clearly. Not because remember at the food station on the city, he tasted the tar too. He licked some of the tar and did not like it.
Yeah, he probably resented me for that.
Yeah, so he's a little nervous about trying new foods at the moment.
Seeing that Poto's happy to eat the meat, then Java's happy to have a piece as well.
Okay.
let's take like a 5-minute break.
Yep.
All right.
Sounds good to me.
Okay, sounds good.
Right.
Cool.
I shall return.
Okay.
This
I think so.
Yeah.
I'm back.
Okay. So we've had it mentioned that it's getting. So we're going to do a little bit of wrap up and call it a night. So while you guys are in the kitchen area, you're in the kitchen area. I'm gonna let you guys find a few items. If somebody wants to give me a, let's call it
Okay.
D3. Let's do a D3. So either D3 or a D6 halved.
I'll let someone else do it. I don't want.
Okay, don't take mine.
Okay, so you guys find a cipher. So, all right, somebody else give me a D20 roll. All right, Havon got in there first. So we're gonna go off the first list. Java, why don't you go ahead and give me a percentile roll?
A which roll? A percentile?
D100, right?
All right, 36. Interesting. Okay. Let me go find it and.
That's everything in Numenera. Interesting. Very interesting.
Oh, okay. The name is a little misleading. It is it appears to be a syringe kind of a device. It's got some kind of a liquid thing in it and a needle, kind of an injection thing. But the liquid is like electrified. It's got little like sparks going on inside of it. Someone trained in Numenera would like to try to identify.
Sure.
Let's try.
All right. You go ahead. One.
Oh,
yeah, you got it.
19.
Alrighty.
19.
It is what's called brain lightning,
Oh, cool.
which is why when I read it, I'm like going, okay. But what it does is it provides a short, low-level burst of electrical stimulation directly to the brain.
Sweet.
It is on page 37 of the Technology Compendium.
Okay, I can.
Basically, it moves you up a step on the damage track for 10 minutes. So it's a temporary reprieve of the damage track.
Ooh, that's nice.
Yeah. We haven't actually taken a whole lot of damage. I mean, you guys have... Okay, we had a couple of real close to the running out of your pools, but I don't think anybody's actually moved down on the damage track yet.
No, we've been pretty good about not dying.
We had a couple of close ones. People were getting a little low.
Yeah.
But,
how are you doing for ciphers, Ixis?
I haven't used either of mine. I have
Okay.
a security clamp that keeps any door closed and a water breather for breathing in water.
I was thinking you're like a frontline fighter. Having one of those would probably make more sense. Unless I can hang on to it and I can just jam it into anyone's brain that starts getting really low in health too.
I was going to say, perhaps Alan might be a good person to have it, since he's not really doing the fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I'll take it. I'll use it.
Do you have an open cipher slot?
I do actually. I used my other cipher, so I only have the one right now.
All right, well, there you go.
Works.
Where can I find this to copy it onto my sheet?
Page
I
37
can just
of
copy and
the...
paste it and put it into the Discord chat if you'd like.
Oh, that would be
Otherwise,
awesome.
you look at the technology.
There you go.
Compendium.
Yeah, page 37 of the Technology Compendium.
Yeah, I'll just take the copy paste if you have it open already. That'd be awesome. Like I have the PDF, but then I have to go through the trouble of
Finding it.
Yeah,
There you go.
appreciate
Go
it.
ahead and roll the D6 for the level.
All right, I'll do that right now. D6, bing bang boom. 3.
It doesn't actually have an effect on the thing, so, but
Yeah, but still good to know.
Once in a while, it matters what level something is.
Got it.
Okay. So I'll go ahead and give everyone 2 XP. I think we did a pretty good session here. Despite starting a little late.
Okay.
Had a couple of items, but
I'm
yeah.
gonna start prying. Rigo's gonna start prying machines apart because he's got two cipher holes in his inventory here. He wants to fulfill. You know what I mean?
Okay. And we'll pause the group there as you guys.
During a nice meal, with some coffee.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good breakfast.
Well, once we get back, you'll have some coffee start our next session.
Yeah, you steep for quite a while, but it's worth it.
So will we do recovery rolls now or when we start back?
If anyone wants to take up to a 10-minute one, that's you definitely are there at least that long.
No, actually, yeah, I'll because we recovered our stuff, so I'll do a 1 action recovery roll.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me too. That brings me up to full.
I
Again.
got
That's good.
4. Wait, what was my number? Wait, 4. Alright, so I'm 1, 2, 1, 2. Awesome, almost full.
Okay, so and like I said, everybody gets 2 XP.
I have 5 now. Yay.
Give some thought to who our MVP is.
Got it.
I have some thoughts on that, but I don't get a vote, so it's up to you guys.
You could just be Poto's vote.
Well, let's put it this way: I have some guesses as to who you guys are going to vote for. How about that?
Oh, yeah, I think that's better.
Oh, that was loud. Alright, guys, it was fun. I'll talk to you guys via text. I'm still gonna be up. I'm just exhausted. But yeah, take it easy, guys.
Hang on a
Yeah,
second.
have a good one.
What happened?